as her personal Lord and Savior. Thank God for her. And my desire is that every one of us that are gathered here today, that every one of us will acknowledge him as our personal Lord and Savior. Let us open our Bible to the book of Luke chapter 12. Now let me tell you something. When I heard that Sister Synod passed away, I said, if I was there, I would appreciate that opportunity to share in the funeral. Now my wife told me, if I want her to tell Brother Kemuel, I will be around. And if I said, oh, no, not a problem. I got the opportunity, I will take it. Never asked, but he said, the same thing I desired, I said, well, I would be happy, to preach in her funeral. And it come to pass, here am I, In Luke chapter 12, and verse 13 said, then one from the crowd said to him, Teacher, tell my brother to divide the inheritance with me. But he said to him, Man, who made me a judge or an arbitrator over you? And he said to them, Take heed and beware of covetousness. For one life does not consist in the abundance of the things which he possesses. Then he spoke a parable to them, saying, The ground of a certain rich man yielded plentifully. And he thought within himself, saying, What shall I do, since I have no room to store my crops? So he said, I will do this. I will pull down my barn and build greater. And there I will store all my crop and my goods. And I will say to my soul, Soul, you have many goods laid up for many years. Take your ease, eat, drink, and be merry. But God said to him, Fool, this night your soul will be required of you. Then whose will all these things which you have provided? So is he who laid up treasures for himself and is not rich towards God. So is he. The word said that lay up for himself treasures here on earth and is not rich towards God. Don't labor in vain. Every one of us, we are laboring because we are working hard for a profit. Nobody wants to labor in vain. Whatever we do, we try our best to achieve something in life. And we don't want to labor in vain. Now the Bible tells us while Jesus was here on earth, a certain man came to him and said, Teacher, because there was a dispute between the brothers. And they wanted Jesus to intervene. In other words, while Jesus was preaching the gospel, that men should deny themselves and acknowledge him as Lord and Master, there were some who take no heed to what Jesus was saying, but there was more concern about their earthly possession. And they wanted Jesus to intervene and to come in and to solve their problem. And Jesus said, hey, who make me a judge? Jesus told them, be careful. For a man's life does not consist of the abundance of the earthly possession. And they wanted Jesus to intervene and to come in and to solve their problem. And Jesus said, hey, who make me a judge? Jesus told them, be careful. For a man's life does not consist of the abundance of the things which he possesses. The question I want to ask, what is life? What is life? Because many of us, my friend, we believe life is to live and to possess whatever we desire. We have goals. And we are working towards our goal. Even some of us, some people, even we as parents, sometimes we want to set goals for our children. And we are saying to them, that is what I want you to achieve in this life. And I want you to go after it. And we will try our best. We will spend whatever we have so that they achieve their goal or whatever we desire for them to achieve in this life. And many of us believe that when we work hard and we achieve our goal, yes, we say to ourselves, yes. Sometimes, you know, I have seen people when they achieve their goal, they call for a party. They have a party because I achieved my goal, you know, and let us celebrate together. Come and celebrate with me because I've reached the top. You know, and the Bible tells us Jesus gave them a parable about a man who was a hard. My storehouses are too small. My barns are too small. I have nowhere to bestow all my goods. What shall I do? I will pull it down, I will break it down. I build a pligo. I store tout goods. You know, we describe this man as a hard working man. A man who labor and achieve his heart desire. And many of us, you know, as we live here on earth, we look at people who have worked hard. We know them. They start from scratch. And they reach up here because we know they are hard-working people. And whatever they achieve, and sometimes we even sit with our children and say to them, you see that particular person, he or she is a hard-working person. That person will share his or his testimony, how he started, and today he's up there, and he will tell you all the struggle, how he struggled to reach up here. And sometimes we say to our children, we say to people around us, you could take the example from that person because he or she is a hard-working person. Il pas iveko yeah, il pas achieve sa achieve la tout bonnement, mais il travaille word. And we look at these people as people who are, we could call them like a role model. In the eyes of the public, in the eyes of human being, you are a great person. Because you achieve your goal, you achieve your heart desire here upon earth. Who are, we could call them like a role model. In the eyes of the public, in the eyes of human being, you are a great person. Because